Alright, so we've got Team Solomid versus Rock Solid, and this is going to be for the 3rd and 4th place of the National Esports League. It's the Premier League tournament, and the winner is going to get $600. The loser will take home $300. And so it's going to be a best of 3. This is game number 1. Both teams are getting loaded in here. Looks like we should be ready to go pretty soon. Okay, and let me go ahead and change it over to window mode so you guys don't get all the blinking nastiness. Just a second. Window mode. Okay. Ah, crap. It's gonna be goofy, isn't it? Gotta love it whenever there's a new server out. Hopefully that'll go away. Just getting a black screen now. Just a sec. Let's see if I can fix this. I may just have to reload it. I don't know. Anyways, fun stuff. We'll get this figured out in a second. As soon as it decides to respond. No problem, no problem. I'll load it up pretty quick. Let me find my shortcut. There we go. Sorry about that. So anyways, hopefully I won't miss too much. They're just going to be going to the level 1 fight. I don't know if we'll actually see a level 1 fight, so hopefully not, so we don't miss anything. Yes. Oh, all right. Here we go, here we go. Type in my password. And reconnect. Okay, so this should be better. Let's see how fast it loads for me. I heard that there was going to be a patch where they actually increased the load times of the game. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard it from someone somewhere. If so, then hey, that's pretty cool. I look forward to that. There we go. That's much better. So, may not have missed too much here. Let me look at the CS numbers. Yeah, just maybe 1 or 2 CS, so no kills or anything like that. Good stuff. A little bit of harass going down. Scar is going to go ahead and be an annoying cow. Where are you standing there? Let's see how Boy does with this Rumble. It's been a while since we've seen a Rumble. And also, this is pre-nerf Warwave, but there might be a gank on down here. Locust is already pushing in to X Special. He's not going to be able to catch him, I'm guessing. Only level 2 and probably missed his W there. Let me change this scaling. Hopefully, I can do this without using too much. That looks good. Let's get rid of that HUD wall. And boom, there we go. We're good to go, right? Yeah, good stuff. And let me get my Fraps recording going. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so Scar just going to go ahead and farm it up down here. Let's see how he does. I might want to actually increase that a little bit so you guys can actually see the numbers. There we go. That's probably better. There we are. Nice. Rumble's actually doing really well. He's already got 11 CS up here at the top lane. Should be fairly easy for him to farm it up in the top. Of course, once the Rain Man gets a little higher level, it's going to be really difficult for Boy to actually do anything to him. So I'm guessing that's why Boy is just focusing on that farm instead of harassment. As you can see here, Corky and Sona already doing a really good job against Rock Solid. Just pushing them back to their tower. Probably going to lose a little bit of CS. Yeah, losing just a bit of CS here. Not being able to pick all those up because that tower is going to kill them. So that's always nice if you can push that bottom lane as much as possible, especially after they already thwarted that gank. That was able to allow them the opportunity to push that up uncontested because they just figured, hey, this guy let me go and turn on reserve mode. Probably would help, wouldn't it? So you can actually see what everyone else is doing. So there you go. The other one just picking up his red buff. He's going to go back, pick up some boots and health potions and a sideboard. Guessing he's going to come in and try and ward up to help out his lane a little. We've already got a sight ward down here at the dragon for TSM, so I'm guessing that's actually why they were able to survive this gank here. I'm just guessing. I don't know if that's true or not since I didn't see it go down, but we'll see how it goes. Everyone else is doing pretty well. They're pretty much full health. Reginald is doing a little bit of poking as well as getting poked himself. There we go, down bottom. Lots of damage going down. Xpecial could possibly die. No, he just gets out in time. But now it's going to turn around. I'm a cutie pie taking a lot of damage. Woo! Both teams are going to be fine here, but that was a lot of harassment going down. And there could be a little bit of trouble here. The odd one coming down, not hitting his Q. Just barely, but he does get first blood. And Locust has to be very careful. Yeah, there you go. He flashes out, and he's going to be just fine. Everyone else doing just fine in their lanes. But yeah, lots of action going down here in this bottom lane. Usually you see a lot of the ganks going down up in the top lane or in the middle lane, but I'm assuming since we have these big tanky DPS, no one wants to go there. And, you know, Brand can usually get out of range or stun if you try and attack him, and Scar is just going to be able to punch you away. So I'm guessing that's why they're going down those bottom lane, and it actually worked out there. So there we go. Let me hide this overlay so you don't have to look at it. There we go. Little Skype overlay. Let's take the CS. So 26, 27, Rumble doing really well up top again. Staying up there. Corky, though, and Brand and Warwick all pretty much caught up with him. Now, Ashe is way far behind, and she's having a lot of trouble in this bottom lane. They're just doing an amazing job of zoning out and keeping them away from the farm. Every time they push it to this tower, as you can tell, they're going to lose a lot of CS, and that's what we're seeing with the numbers here. How Ashe is at only, you know, it's not a huge gap yet, but if they keep doing this, over the course of the game, you know, by 15 minutes or so, you can have Ashe way under farmed compared to Corky. So yeah, she's starting to catch up now, just because she's got some solo time in that lane, but once Corky gets back in there and starts pushing those lanes, he'll probably be able to continue to catch up as long as they keep that pushed. Alright. Take a look. We already got the double Dorans. We'll probably see a triple Dorans going on for Scar. That is kind of like a mini Rod of Ages, by the way, for those of you curious. A lot of people actually are curious about that. They say, why do you go 3 Dorans? Like, what's the point of that? That's dumb. You know, why don't you just build an item? Well, if you do the math, it really is. It's for the efficiency of the item and the cost and everything, especially the early game advantage. We could have a gank going on here. Sorry, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But there's the ultimate going on the Boy Boy. Boy Boy's taking a lot of damage, and he could get feared. There it is. There's fear, and there's the ultimate. Boy Boy's going to go down to the odd one. Good job. Great ultimate from the Rain Man, and picked up by the odd one after that. So that's 2 kills already onto the odd one, and you know, a fed Nocturne is not something you want to have to deal with, definitely, especially not the odd one. So that's going to be trouble for them if he continues his rampage. Well, if he turns it into a rampage, I should say. There we go. That ward is going to continue to help TSM from getting zoned by the Taric. A really good strategy to use against a Taric if you're getting zoned out, or any champion on the bottom lane, is to just put that ward there in that bush, and that'll allow you to safely get up in that area and either harass them back or just not get zoned, in other words. That's the best way to do it if you are having trouble in that type of a lane setup. Go get your ward, place it in that bush, place another ward in this area so you don't get ganked, and then you're good to go. You can free farm that bottom lane as much as possible, as long as you're not overly aggressive. One of the problems I see in bottom lanes these days is that people get overly aggressive. Your goal should be able to farm up as much as possible, and if you do see an opportunity to make, you know, to punish your opponents, like if they get too aggressive, then go ahead and do that. But trying to force a kill is definitely not necessary. You just want to try and get those creep kills as much as possible. If you can push them away from the creep line, that's good, but this is usually the role of your support. Your support should be focused on keeping you in a safe position and pushing them away from the CS, while you, the carry, should focus on just farming. So there's a little bit of a ping going there. They did see Nocturne with that ward, so he's not going to do any effective ganking. And I guess he's just going to go look for some jungle. Which, well, obviously he knows it's not jungle. His jungle's not there. He did his jungle. See, is Boy putting a ward? No, he doesn't have a ward, but he is seen by the ward, so this gank will not be effective. There's actually 2 wards here, so they're going to see him as he comes down. Here we go. There's some pings going on onto Reginald, but I'm guessing he does have that vision. He's not going to do anything too unnecessary. Yeah, there we go. Boy gonna go ahead and run back up to the top lane now that his lane is starting to push back. Let's take a look at these options here. Oh, look at that. Boom! Big damage going down. I don't know where the attack is. There it is. I should have been on the other side. I do apologize for that. Not being on the right team. But anyways, Scar is going to probably just barely live. Look at that. Nice. The Ignite just... And I think that's due to the door entering. If he did not have that extra 100 HP, then he probably would have died right there. That's not bad. And there we do. Have a little bit of harassment going on the top here. The Rain Man has the ability now at level 8. He's so strong he can harass without losing any HP himself. Yeah, Boy's going to have some trouble staying in this lane much longer, especially if he continues to get ganks, such as when the odd one came out there. There is no more wards either. They just wore out there. And I don't think he has any more in his inventory. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and go back. I'm guessing he will buy a ward. If he does not, it's going to be very dangerous. And there's a ping. I don't know if they're saying, hey, let's go put some wards there, or if they're saying, hey, let's check for the blue. I don't know. Oh, PewDiePie getting lots of damage going down. Oh, it just barely misses that ultimate. An X special. Ooh-wee. Better watch out. I thought that was going to be bad, but they decided not to actually continue engaging on that. Ashe was a little bit low, so was Rambo, and that could have actually turned around against them. So, good job. I guess good job running out of the range of Sona ult. But, here we go. She went ahead and put a ward down there. She does have another one in her inventory. I don't know if she's going to be yet. Yeah, she is going to go ahead and be. Probably bought some Philosopher's Stone if she has the money for it. Like Boy is now back in lane. He did buy a ward. He has not placed it down yet. Does not need to since he cannot push back. Once he pushes back this middle area, he will probably want to put a ward in this area right here. I do like being on the top lane. Purple is a great lane to be at just because... Look at that, Scarabine. A general butthead to Reginald over here, just kicking him off those creeps. Anyways, I do like being top lane just because you can easily put a ward here, whereas if you're on the blue team, it's a little more difficult to decide where you want to put that ward because you can put a ward here, but they can always come from here. So you gotta kind of put it like right here, and you have less early warning. Oh, look at this. There's a little bit of standoff. I don't believe he can see Locust, and I don't think Locust can see him. So it's like they're just kind of standing there waiting for something to happen. And there we go. Locust is going to be, and we could have a gank here. The other one might be coming in to kill Scar. I don't think that would be a good idea because Scar can just do his ultimate and push him away. Most likely. There you go. Locust is going to go ahead and pick up those jungle buffs. And there are some pings going on here. I don't know. I think they're saying, hey, this is where the odd one is. Be careful. Because he's still there. Don't make any mistakes, guys. Let's take a look at the CS. We've got 82 for Rumble. It looks like he is the top. Corky just one CS behind, so he's doing a really good job on bottom. No problem at all. Let's see if Ashe has actually been able to stay up fairly well. She's only 9 CS behind. That's not actually that far. That's not that bad at all. She did get zoned out a little bit in the beginning, and that's pretty much where that number comes from. But she's been doing a great job now of keeping her CS up high, and that's important. So Cho'Gath, though, on the other hand, let's see, he's jungle. That's not important. Who else? We got Rumble. We got PewDiePie. Oh yeah, Alistar, 86, not bad. Versus Brand, 78. So he's doing a really good job sticking up with Reggie, no problem. Here you go. Reggie's gonna go ahead and be. He does have his 3 Dorans. I'm guessing he's gonna go ahead and either pick up his. Oh, here we have his. We have something going down here. I was on bottom. So we did have an ultimate. I'm guessing that there was an X special. Let me see. An X special use. I can't tell. I'm not on X special team, so I can't see if his ultimate's down or not. Looks like this tower will be going down. Nothing that Rambo can do about it. Locust is going to try and get there, but no, he decided, never mind. That is not possible for me to defend. It would end up me dying instead. Now, on the other hand, there is a ward here, so they know that there's actually Locust and Rambo coming in. They're going to either engage back on them or just run away. And looks like run away is going to be the option. Oh man, they just double warded that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they both put one down. They're both at the same time or so. That was not a reward. That was a double ward. Too bad. A little more communication would have been nice. Usually, if I'm going to go put a ward somewhere and I see that other people are running in that same place, I'll take a look in their inventories and I'll wait a little bit before I put the ward down. I just wait. And then if I don't see a ward go down, then I'll go ahead and put it down. Because I don't like that. It's kind of annoying. There is some pings going down at Dragon. We could have a Dragon very soon. Right now it's 0-3 in the favor of Team Silamid. They are going to want to be careful. I think that RS has a really strong team. I did say earlier that I think that RS has a pretty good team lineup. So once they all group up as 5, it could be more dangerous for TSM, even though they are already 3 kills and a tower ahead. Oh, there's the initiate on the Chaos. Perfect person to get initiated. Oh, great job. That was an amazing Amazing job by the Alistar picking that up from the Ashe arrow, and that was all due to that clairvoyance, and that just shows how strong an Ashe is in T-Vine. There is a little bit of initiate. Rambo is just barely gonna skid out of there with no HP. Great job. Oh, but the Ignite does take out the Alistar. Too bad for you. And that is unfortunate. They were not able to finish that off and take the dragon. Instead, they lose, actually, their Cho'Gath, and now they're going to lose that dragon. So TSM actually comes out ahead of that. And that is due to the fact that Voidboy is still up top, whereas everyone from Team Sulamid came down to the dragon. So that's pretty much what happened there. All the ultimates were used to kill Keox, and that left nothing for them in that 4v4. So that's why they lost that, obviously. All right, let's take a look here. So instead of going for the 3 Dorans, he's going to go ahead and pick up a Sheen. Interesting. He's not going to go straight up AP, which I'm not sure if I like that. But, you know, to each his own. Excuse me. All right, now, I know that RS has 1 tower down. They are going to want to catch up on that. It's unfortunate that Voidboy was not able to push that tower down, so he only got it to half HP. If he was able to take that tower, them losing Dragon would not have been that big of a deal. But since they lost Dragon and a kill, that actually turned out pretty bad for RS. Now, another thing to note is that you see in a lot of these competitive matches, especially these really good teams, is that most of the matches tend to snowball in one direction or the other. And a lot of people have this notion that, hey, if you get beat completely shut down, then that means you are bad, you know, because you just got completely shut down, and that's not the case. It's because the way these top teams win is they take advantage of the smallest and slightest mistakes from the other team. And so just one mistake is going to cause the other team to have just that slight bit of weakness, and they're going to just continue to take advantage of those mistakes. And as long as that team doesn't make any mistakes themselves, that's going to cause every single little mistake to snowball further and further and further away from them. So just even the slightest, like, first blood, or the first, like, couple of deaths at a dragon, or the first 2 dragons for a team, that could put the lead in one team's advantage so far that it's really hard for the other team to come back. And that's why you don't usually see those big back and forth games. Usually those big back and forth games are more testament to unskilled players than it is to skilled players. Now, sometimes you do see back and forth in the higher level play, and that could be for a number of reasons. Again, it's probably just due to mistakes. But either way, we do have TSM doing a really good job. They have a great advantage right now. They're going to push this top tower. I don't know if they're going to be able to take it. They might be able to if they're quick about it. But yeah, they're going to go ahead and B. That would have been dangerous with, oh, there's the Ashe arrow coming in. And Scar would have been right there to pick that up. And so that was a great job on TSM, not taking any unnecessary risks. And I think they even had, yeah, they had that warded too, so they may have seen him coming, I'm not sure. See, Ashe is trying to push this down. I don't know why she's not pushing faster. Okay, we could have an initiate somewhere over here. Alright, there we go. So there it is, right there. Oh, and 2x special. Boom, big damage. But they were not able to actually pick up any kills. They went for Alistar, I'm guessing. Should have went for Rambo. But maybe Alistar just got out of position. His ult is down. It should be back for the next fight, though. It is not that very long of a cooldown. So let's take a look here. We do have a lot of resistance going down. Negatron Cloak on Cho'Gath, already Heart of Gold, and a Philosopher's Stone. I'm actually curious why we don't see more Gold per 5 stacking, especially on Team Sulamid. They seem to be the team, from what I've seen earlier, that really favors that. Like, everyone would get those Gold per 5s. But this time, only 1 Heart of Gold. That's it. And this is pre Heart of Gold, you know, unique. Like, oh wow, push right into the wall. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But anyways, that's what I was saying, yeah. Only 1 gold per 5, which is on the jungler. Nocturne, and that's fairly standard to get a gold per... Well, I guess he does have 2, sorry. He has 2 because he actually went for Avarice Blade. So that's pretty good. You'd think Sona would get some, at least. Oh wow, he just flashed out of that, but still did not get out of the range of it. Not very good job. I think he actually panicked. And that's what usually happens whenever I miss that, is I'll try and flash away instead of flash parallel. If you see an Ashe arrow coming, don't panic like that. Just flash parallel. And, you know, Reginald's one of the most skilled players in the game, so it obviously happens to the best of us. Oh, and up top we could have a little bit of engage, or perhaps just a little bit of annoying punching back and forth. Hey, I'm going to slap you in the face, I'm going to punch you with a giant spike. Nobody really cares because both of us are not going to die. Yeah.